Good morning. Time to go. Walkies. Ow. Ow. Shh. Stop it. Ready. Let's go. So there's a reason that I would actually drink alcohol again. At Christmas time when I was out with having dinner and supposed to be going out afterwards with my husband and his brother and his other brother and then the two girlfriends. And it was the first time, like, I've been off the drink for 7 months now, which isn't that long, but it's long enough at the same time. And I hadn't really been in any like social setting since then, not really. So this is like the first time that I was in a situation where I was like, in this moment, in this like scenario, I would be happier, life would be better, I would be more fun, everything would be more fun if I just fucking drank a drink. I didn't drink in the end. I didn't have anything. Why didn't I have anything? That's a reason that I would drink again. Social pressures, you know, like I like to think that like I'm not subject to them, but like of course I am, you know, I'm a human, and unfortunately I do care what other people think sometimes, and I just want to fit in, I just want to be loved and all those things, and I just want to have fun. You know, that's what most of us want. Like that's why people drink, I assume, is like because like they know that it's fun and they want to have fun and they want to like let go of all their inhibitions and relax and all that sort of thing. The problem I have, and the reason I will never ever drink alcohol again, even though I know that it would make life a little bit more fun sometimes and it would make me a little bit happier sometimes, is because I think that's cheating. I think that taking a liquid and going from a conscious state of what you are now to just this happy forced conscious state, I think that that's cheating, and I think that it has repercussions, you know. I think that it only lasts so long. You can only do it for so long, and the pill stops working the same way as it did before, you know, and it changes. And I see people drinking and I see that they're in some sort of state of happiness, but honestly I don't feel that it's real and natural, the way that, you know, the way you see two dogs playing with each other, or the way you see kids running around screaming. I want to be in that happy state. I want to be in that, you know, excited, fun state. I get that way when I'm hanging out with my sister, you know, and we're just laughing and giggling and having a great time. I get that way with Dan. Like, you know, sometimes we're in the kitchen and all of a sudden we just break into like, you know, a bit of a dance off. And that, to me, that state of happiness, that's real. That doesn't have a hangover. It doesn't have anything. It's very pure. It's very natural, and it feels so good to me. Whereas the other high, I'm not saying that it's, you know, I don't know, I see an ugly in it. I really do. I see that there's a sadness in it. That's what I see. You know, I see my friends drunk sometimes, or, you know, I saw like family members drunk over Christmas, and, you know, they were cheating. They were just pressing a button and going straight to happiness, but like they hadn't done anything to get there. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You know, you can't just press a button and get to that state. Like, you know, because you wake up the next morning and you've gone back a couple of steps. You know, alcohol, no matter how little you drink, it's gonna have repercussions. That's just the way they made it, okay? Because the way it works is like you have to keep taking it. You have to keep taking it to get back to that. To me, like, I understand that, you know, somebody who drinks, who's a vegan, you know, their argument would be like, it's not unethical, or it's not because, you know, like, there's no animals being hurt or involved. But like, what about humans? Like, you know, what about how much this industry actually affects like pretty much every human that you know, that to me is a reason not to support it. I don't just not support industries who torture and abuse animals. I also don't want to support industries that torture and abuse people. And alcohol is such an ugly industry. It's such an ugly business. The world is... I've too much of a hatred for alcohol. I've too much of a fucking hatred for it. I hate the shit so much. I really do, And I'm not even someone my father is not an alcoholic. I don't come from some sort of yeah, I've seen a lot of ugliness through alcohol, but it's not like my husband is a drunk and he beats me up or something. I just think I'm walking up a hill, that's why I'm a bit out of breath. How pretty is it here? This reminds me of Ireland around here. It's really like an Irish boreheen. A boreheen. An een means it's small, and a boher is a road. So my Irish is pathetic though. I'm like the worst Irish person. I have very little Irish. It's Malum Cock Millish. That means I like cake. Not really even that fond of cake, but that's another thing that I know how to say. Tosh Gammels to spare. That means there's clouds in the sky, I think. Feel free to correct me on that if I'm wrong. Yeah. That's my bit of Irish there now. That's alcohol. It's poison. It is really it is. You can tell yourself it's not if you want to. If it makes you feel better. You can be like one of these meatless Monday people who don't eat meat on a Monday and they feel like you are doing something, obviously, even if you're meatless Monday, it's something, it is something, and my husband drinks, he doesn't drink a lot at all. He hasn't gotten drunk since I've been off the drink. Christmas Eve he did get a little bit tipsy, but he's not a drinker at all. And I feel that in a couple of years he'll either stop completely, which is what I hope, he kind of mentally gets to that point, or else he'll just barely drink. But my path and his path aren't the exact same path. They're different. This is my path. My path involves being sober, I just feel that in my gut. I feel in my gut that I'm not supposed to drink. If I go with what I really feel, my gut instinct, my heart, there's something in me telling me, don't drink, just don't drink. You need to be sober. You're supposed to be sober. That's your life. And I do try to listen to myself, I spent a long time not listening to myself, not listening to my needs, not listening to my wants. Totally and utterly just sedating myself because I didn't like the life that I was in and I needed sedatement. So I try not to do that anymore. Okay, I'm gonna walk with my dogs. Maybe, I was gonna say jog up a hill. That's a lie. I'm not gonna jog. I don't jog. Not really. I'll jog when you come here, Sophia. Okay. Ciao, ciao. Hasta luego.